What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If it's your first time here, do me a favor and drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at a shoe that I was able to pick up on the sneakers app a few days ago, and that's the Nike Sacai Blazer Low in the iron gray colorway. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So, you got your orange box here, kind of pull-out box with Nike on the top, and you've got some like old school Nike branding on the sides here. All right, and your size tag right here, which is, I picked it up at a US men's size 9.5, my usual size. All right, so as I mentioned, it's a pull-out box, and you do have this Nike Sacai branded paper. Just wanted to call that out if you really were curious about that. All right, so that's the box. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the shoe. Here we have it, the Nike Blazer or Nike Sacai Blazer Low in the iron gray colorway. Now, gotta be honest, I saw these were dropping on the sneakers app. I had no intention of picking these up at all. I know there were a couple other colorways that released or have gonna release, I can't remember or whatnot. But like I said, had no intention of picking these up. I entered the raffle and I was able to pick them up. So I'm assuming that maybe there are a lot of pairs or a lot of people weren't really feeling this shoe. And I'll be honest, I'm one of them. I do not like this shoe at all. I cannot picture these things on my feet. But I do kind of like, I have one of the, I don't want to say OG, but like the Nike, I think LDV, I think it's the Nike Waffles. I have that red, yellow, and blue pair. And I hit on those for the sneakers ad. That was like my first, I think, sneakers W, I believe. So I've never worn them, but I do have that pair. And I actually really like those. But this right here, for one, I'm not a huge Blazer fan. And these lows just don't do it for me. But let's go ahead. I just want to, get them on the channel for you, give you some up close looks at them, just in case you were thinking about picking them up. But as you can see, Blazer Low, on the majority of the upper here, you've got this kind of dark gray or iron gray suede material. And what I will say is that the suedes and leathers used on this shoe are pretty good quality. I mean, they're not the best thing in the world, but they actually are. The suede is actually really soft too. And the leather is, looks like a pretty nice leather. So I will mention that. The materials are pretty good. But like I said, that iron gray suede all over the shoe. And as you can see, you've got that kind of Sacai design that they're known for. They kind of double up everything. So you got two Nike checks here, which are both leather. You got that white Nike swoosh underneath, and that kind of overlay there is in a dark or iron gray Nike swoosh on top. All right. Also, you see you got that really, standard Blazer midsole there in that kind of white, it's a white rubber material that kind of wraps around the shoe, the midsole of the shoe. But it also kind of comes up on the side of the shoe as well, if you can see that there in the front, which is different. And like I mentioned, with the double layers of things and whatnot, they have a white strip of leather underneath where the eyelets are, and then it's an overlay of that iron gray on top. So it's a unique shoe, just not for me. But let's take a look at the actual toe box of the shoe. And like I mentioned with the midsole, you can see it's wrapping up the toe there as well. And you've got that kind of gray suede there, which is also nice. And moving up from there, you can see you've got two laces in this shoe. They lace them up with two here. You've got a flat white and a dark gray lace there. All right, and it does also come with an extra pair of laces, which are these white rope laces here, which is nice. All right. Also at the top of the tongue, you've got your double tongues like they usually do on the Sacai shoes. You got your Nike sportswear branding right there. And underneath there, well, that tongue is obviously gray. And then underneath it, you've got, this one's kind of laced up tight. Let me see if I can, no, let's pull it back. You've got a white tongue with Nike Sacai branding. All right. So if I had to pick one thing on the shoe that's the favorite part of the shoe, it's the tongues. I do like these double tongues, and I will mention that the foam is exposed on both of those, but there's a little more foam on the Nike Sacai. you can see that there on that tongue. Okay, now moving around to the actual medial side of the shoe, you got the same thing, y'all. Another look at that iron gray suede there, as well as the double swooshes there, the white and the gray swoosh over top. And another look at that midsole. So pretty much the same thing on this side here. All right. Now let's take a look at the heel, which is kind of a weird part of the shoe. You've got just several different like overlays of this heel cup on top of one another in white, and then you've got like a little gray heel tab there. All right. Okay. Now let's take a look at the outsole of the shoe. So nothing fancy here. You just got an all white outsole and your standard Blazer outsole there. All right. Just some looks at that. Okay, now I believe that'll be all. I'm not gonna pull this insole out, but it's a white insole with your Nike Sacai branding there in black. Hopefully you guys can see this here. Just look in there. All right. Okay, now that'll be all, guys, for the Nike Sacai Blazer Low in the iron gray colorway. Now, overall, my opinion on the shoe, like I said, I didn't expect to pick this up, but I entered the raffle or the draw on sneakers and I was able to hit. Do I think it's a pickup? I would say for me, absolutely not. And I know that's kind of weird because I bought the shoe, but I was really just, you know, entering the raffle. I know a lot of people do it. You just put in for the raffle to see if you can get them because we take so many L's on the sneakers app. We just want to see if we can, you know, able to pick one up. And I was able to grab these. But what I mean by should you pick them up, am I going to wear them? Nope. Absolutely not. Not gonna put these things on my feet. I just can't see it. For some reason, I don't know. I feel like they might. I'm not a fan of the big the white midsole here on this particular model. It looks kind of weird to me, but overall, I think you know, the shoe is just not for my taste, I guess. But like I said, my favorite part, I do like the double tongues here on the shoe. That's pretty nice. Oh, I forgot to mention, around the heel area, obviously you probably noticed that there's a lot of exposed foam there. So it kind of looks like they actually chopped off the top of a Blazer High. So that's kind of cool. I do like that exposed foam. That's kind of different. That's pretty cool. But like I said, just not for me. Let me know, did you guys go for these shoes on the sneakers app? Were you able to pick them up at all? Just kind of curious to see if anyone who's watching this video actually really liked this shoe. They picked it up. And just want to know, were you guys able to grab them on the sneakers app, or where did you get them from? But, you know, overall, it's an okay shoe, just not my thing, like I said. But do me a huge favor, y'all. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.